sunny Blackpool for the 2016 Legend Fires Northwest Stages, where we're going to see plenty of action. Behind the scenes footage, spins, and more action. So sit back, turn up the volume and enjoy the next 1.5 hours of the best rally action from the Northwest. Ian, could you explain to me a bit about what you do with the noise testing? What happens?
Yeah, what we're doing here, we're testing the vehicles for noise emissions. So they're only allowed 100 decibels at half a metre, an angle 45 degrees. So any car above that needs to go away and sort the problem out and represent itself again for scrutineering.
So that's your cue. It's cue on the left. Start.
Druvali, and he's just come in, and I'm going to talk to him about the hands device. Andrew, this first year it's mandatory. How are you finding that?
A little bit unusual, to say the least, because it actually, I can see why it's there and it's good because it stops and protects your neck ultimately, but it's totally different how the belts push against you. You sort of feel as if you're being pushed down rather than being pinned back to the seat, because whether I'm wearing it right or wrong I don't know, but we seem to be alright. Or getting out of junctions when you're on short stages, you can only go that far, so but we'll get used to it. I'm sure at the end of tomorrow it'll be like a pair of gloves.
Perhaps it's a little tricky, but a good safety feature, and it's worth protecting your neck, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think they're the right thing to have, definitely.
Oh, and the Legend Fires Northwest Stages, it's an important event for Blackpool. What brings you here?
Well, obviously we're local to this event. It's only 45 minutes down the road for us. The nice short stages here as well, on most of them are, so it's quite good to bring the new car here and give it a shakedown, because you can see the car after every stage. So if there's any little dramas, the team's there to help you out.
I mean, there's quite a lot of starts, isn't there? 24 is it? And how do you think the car will take that?
It's tough, don't get me wrong. It's very tough on the clutch. This car runs a carbon clutch, which its lifespan's not the biggest if you're doing some bad starts, but it should last. It'll last this event, but after the event you have to check the clutch. It's very hard on a car. Tell me what brings you here.
What brings us here is basically I first came here about 8-9 years ago to beat John Stone, because he invited me here, and like most successful rallies, it becomes a bug. We're 2 hours from home. The night, everybody's in the same hotel. That must be unbelievably unique in British rallying. So you get a lot of crack, especially on a Saturday evening. Maybe too many drinks and things, but everything indoor like this, the show, great organised event.
The start of the event from 90 cars, flagged away by the Mayor of Blackpool, and our first car away was Simon Bowen and Richard Robinson. Followed by the event sponsor, John Stone, who tragically would not get too far with an electrical problem. The rain started to intensify as Aaron Newby set off in the brand new Technicar. We now turn to the first of 4 stages on Friday evening at Lytham Hall.
Lytham Hall was particularly slippy, with a variety of surfaces ranging from mud, gravel, very slippy concrete, quite tight junctions and a wooded section.
Just 1.7 miles would be repeated twice. Heavy rain continued right the way through the evening, making the very muddy conditions here. Four-wheel drive was a benefit for people like Aaron Newby. The short 1.7 mile stage through Lytham Hall would see interesting scores. Matthew Roberts there would continue through the evening.
And there's Mark Holmes in his Mini. Just after this corner, he would unfortunately retire with drive shaft failure.
We now turn to Blackpool Promenade for two more stages, stages 3 and 4. And again, the conditions really difficult. A combination of seawater, heavy rain, sand.
From a driver's point of view on this event, the seafront stage at Blackpool Promenade was very slippy, like Bob was just saying then. It was a lot of surface water, a lot of waves crashing over the wall, and different surfaces ranging from cobbles to concrete, made driving pretty difficult.
This year saw a slight variation of the stage without using the traditional hairpins. However, the chicanes proved interesting for some, as we'll shortly see from in-car footage. Hard onto the brakes around the hairpin through the barriers. A good crowd was watching here, directly opposite the Norbreck Hotel, where the cars had started an hour or so beforehand. Deft use of the handbrake there, get the tail round.
Some situations using the handbrake hasn't got really much of a benefit on the stages like this, especially for the low powered cars. The high powered cars flick the handbrake and seem to get around quite easy.
A variety of cars continued right the way from World Rally cars right the way down to, later on we'll see, Micras. The rain continued through the Friday night as the 90 starters battle their way through these 4 short stages. Coming to a time control, cards are checked.
2100 hours. My time is to put the time on the sheet at the arrival control, which is the time on the clock and should be the same time as they ask for. And that's all there's to do, that's it.
Here we go in car with Chris Phillips and Sarah Hughes, brother and sister. Just proving how slippery it is in the fairly underpowered Peugeot, a car that has done this event for 12 years, finishing each time.
They were very lucky then not to hit anything on the prom, managed to recover and carry on and complete the stage.
Problems, and they weren't small, were they?
No, on the last event, just before Christmas, we had a crankshaft broken, and so we've been struggling to find the parts because everything's in Sweden for these cars now. So we had a couple of nights out of bed this week, completely, and then we had an oil leak yesterday when we started the engine, and that's why we were late. And we asked the organisers, could we run at the back if we could get here in time, and of course they obliged, and that's why we run at the back.
Brilliant, and I know you started late, but you finished on a high, didn't you?
Yeah, it seems like everybody said it must have been all clean for me, so that's very good. We'll see what happens today when I'm cleaning for them.
Just in an interesting point, did it get any drier later on?
No, it was very, very messy, where everyone had been cutting corners and things, it was just... It wouldn't have been good for anybody last night.
We've had a steady run, nothing dramatic, just trying to keep it neat and tidy. Obviously in the wet it's very easy to go off, so we've just been treading carefully, I would say, and just trying to be smooth and not do anything stupid. We wanted to do the rally tomorrow. There's a lot of stages tomorrow, so we want to be there.
And your thoughts on Lytham?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Slippery, really slippery.
It's wet, it's dirty, it's short, just how I like them.
Our favourite stages are wet, nighttime stages, so this suited us. Tomorrow will be a different story.
It's going to be wet again tomorrow, though, isn't it?
We've been doing a rain dance all week, so yeah, we hope.
Yeah, be nice.
Yeah.
Well, go get a nice warm bath, something to eat, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Cheers, folks.
Hi, Steve. I kind of noticed that you may have had a few incidents out there. Tell me about what happened.
We had a little off in Lytham. We basically went straight on, not through the gate, but through the ticket tape. So we were all right. We reversed back, but on promenade we just aquaplaned into the chicane and literally took a couple of lights out. So it'll be all right. Still running fine, and we'll do the lights in the morning and repair.
How's it gone for you tonight?
Not so well.
Oh, what?
We how can you put it? Just so slippy and the car's so powerful. We just couldn't get any grip whatsoever. Contamination on the windscreen. We cleaned the windscreen. We've left a little bit of oil on, so it was very smeary. But it's all right. We've got round in one piece. We didn't hit anything. We're still here. So tomorrow's a long day.